this is, I could not believe the number when I saw it. Donald Trump has increased the number of drone strikes in Yemen by 458% compared to President Obama. So it was an article by Mike Zinko in Foreign Relations. He said just in 2 months of Trump's presidency, Trump has outpaced Obama with his expansive use of drone strikes during President Obama's years. I mean, look, during President Obama's 2 terms, he approved 542 strikes in about 2,900 days, which is like one every 5.4 days. At the rate that Donald Trump is going since his inauguration, he has approved 36 drone strikes in just 45 days, or one every 1.25 days, which is an escalation of almost 458%. These drone strikes included on Yemen. They included drone strikes that started on the 20th, right? The January 20th, the actual day that Donald Trump was inaugurated, but continued. The January 20th, January 21st, January 22nd. It includes drone strikes from January 28th, the Yemen, the raid of the Navy SEAL team that went in, that fiasco. There was a drone strike in Pakistan on March 1st, and then 30 strikes in Yemen, 30 strikes in Yemen on March 2nd and 3rd. But people actually believed that Donald Trump was going to somehow, some way, magically be less militaristic than President Obama, or use drones less than President. And if you want to add salt to the injury, right? Insult to injury. Not only is he escalating the drone strikes, but he's escalating boots on the ground in different regions. And he's escalating tensions with China and Iran. So this idea that Donald Trump was going to be any different for the better was the most absurd hypothesis floated during this previous election. Like, you have some libertarians, you have some classical liberals who believe that possibly Donald Trump could be better on foreign policy because he's supposed to be a non-interventionist, or he's supposed to be I can't think of the phrase that'll come to me, but they really believe that he was not going to escalate or even be better. But he is not only he has taken the baseline that I talk about on the show quite often. There is a baseline of military interventionism and military actions that happen through every administration. I don't care, Republican or Democrat. Obama represented that. Obama did that. Obama actually escalated drone usage because the technology advanced, obviously, but he carried it out and he carried it on. So there is a baseline that we as Americans have accepted. The amount of war that the number of wars that we're constantly engaged in, we've kind of accepted that as the baseline. And so there were arguments during the election that Donald Trump would not be any worse. You know, that's argument one, that he'll continue the baseline. And then you had some people who said that he was a non-interventionist, right? That he was not going to be involved like this, that he was going to be focused on America. And so they actually argued that Donald Trump's foreign policy would be better in the sense that it would be fewer incidents. But not only did Donald Trump maintain the baseline, like he started at the baseline, but he's escalated it by 400%, destabilizing the region even more, creating conditions to justify his increase in military spending even more. Right? To justify military interventions even more. Let's screw the region up even more so that we could justify using the military to go and try to secure the region. This is your non-interventionist president.